This is the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry, and it's a vehicle that we have owned for the past year because we wanted to fully put this model to the test.
And part of the reason we wanted to put it to the test so much is because many of you all, the viewers, are looking to buy this Camry, and you want to know about the ownership experience. Not just the good, but also the bad. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Everything that's went wrong with our 2025 Toyota Camry in the first year. So let's go ahead, dive in.
Now before we jump in here, I do want to just point out something right from the start. Yes, some of these things are going to be a little bit nitpicky. We review cars for a living. As you may have seen in some of our other videos, we've actually reviewed over 2,000 cars. So it's the little details that, matter and stand out when you own a vehicle. So don't take this as that this vehicle is bad or anything like that. There's tons of positive things about it, but we did want to just highlight some of those little snafus that we've had along the way. Now this first one's going to be pretty similar to what we told you guys in our 6-month update, but it is something that Toyota has not rectified yet, and it is probably our biggest issue with this vehicle, and that's with the in-car technology. It really is quite glitchy, and particularly it does not really like to use the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto system properly. So as we've discussed in the past, you can see that we've got a new iPhone and a new Android, so it's not going to be something revolving around those systems specifically or our individual phones. It is definitely with this vehicle's infotainment system. So the pairing does not happen automatically most of the time. So we're probably setting at about 70 to 80% fail rate in terms of when this does not properly pair. When it doesn't properly pair, you have to go in, select your phone, then go over here, and then you can connect. And when you manually press that, it takes a second, and then we'll load in. However, it's even getting a new glitch recently where even that isn't always working. It will still fail on this screen or disconnect in the middle of the drive. So this is just certainly something that's very annoying. It kicks your music off while you're in the middle of driving. And we have heard from a lot of you guys in the comments. And if you're a Toyota owner, make sure you keep on commenting down below as well so they hopefully fix this. But we've heard that a lot of you guys are having this problem as well. Our uncle has this problem. Our dad has this problem. It's very common in the Toyota lineup.
Now, the second thing that's wrong with our Camry have to be these front seats. These are extremely hard front seats. And, in the first 6-month ownership video, we did complain about this, but in the past 6 months, we've taken it on longer road trips, and it's become even more of a problem, really and truly. We've had a lot of people in this model, and everyone says the same thing. These front seats are very hard. They have almost zero cushion to them at all. So if you go on a 2, maybe 3-hour road trip, your butt is going to be completely numb. And it's kind of weird because if you sit in other places around the vehicle, actually, as a matter of fact, right back here is a lot more padded. But if you go to the back seat specifically, you will notice that the back seat is actually more comfortable and more padded. The actual seat itself is softer, and then actually the softest seat in the entire cabin is this middle seat. Look how much give that has. It has a nice plushness to it. Now, of course, personal taste will differ. If you like a really firm seat, you may appreciate this, but quite frankly, it's problematic for long road trips, at least for everyone that we've had in the vehicle. If you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We started young, and since then, we've reviewed over 2,000 cars at every price point.
No matter what you're looking for, from sound level readings to cargo measurements, we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family.
Let's learn a lot and have some fun with all the latest cars. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that we have a long-term 2025 Toyota Camry. And while we love most things about this vehicle, one thing we did not love is the floor mats it came with. That's why we want to take a second to tell you about our new floor mats from Lasfit.
Their mats have several advantages over the factory mats, starting with the TPE material they're made from. This high-quality material is not as flimsy as rubber, but also not as rigid as polyethylene. This makes the mats easy to install and durable enough to withstand a long-term use without yellowing or hardening. If you're like us, you appreciate a clean car. So when you inevitably do get the mats dirty, cleaning them is as easy as just rinsing them with water. That's very convenient with our busy schedules.
To make sure no dirt or liquid makes it to your pristine carpet, LaceFit uses 3D scanning technology with real vehicle data to ensure a perfect fit, even contouring to specific details of your car's interior. This gives you much better coverage than the factory mats, not just in the front seats, but even in the back seats. When Mason and I go on hikes with friends, we can rest easy knowing that the raised edges will contain everyone's messes, and even the center hump will be protected.
I am also a frequent offender of spilling my water bottle, and now I really don't have to worry anymore. So if you're ready to snag a set of these LaceFit floor mats to protect your precious ride, use code CC10 to save money on the LaceFit website. A link is provided in the video description. Now it's time to get back to the review.
Now, generally speaking, Toyotas have excellent build quality, and this Camry is no exception to that. Well, except for one exception, that is, and that is the door trim piece on our Camry. This is something that we mentioned in our 6-month update. We took it to the dealership, and we've had this replaced for having a creaking sound. The thing is, and this is a recent development, right before we're making this video, about a week ago, I go around the corner, kind of lean into the armrest, and the creak is back again, just the same as it was before. This is a brand new part, by the way, guys, and it still has this same creak. I do not know what's causing this. Yes, this is, something that's fairly insignificant, but it is something that does creak when you go around corners, when you rest on it a lot. It's just kind of annoying.
So that's everything that's wrong with our 2025 Toyota Camry after we've owned it for a year. Now, as you probably were able to pick up on, these are some pretty nitpicky items. There are no major reliability issues that we've had in the first 1 year and 9,000 miles that we've driven this vehicle, which certainly is a good thing. That cannot be said about vehicles we owned in the past. If you know, you know. That's for sure. So we definitely have enjoyed owning this vehicle, that's for sure, but we do want to go into those nitty-gritty details about everything that we've had go wrong in this ownership experience. So if you're looking to buy one of these Camrys, you can make a very informed purchasing decision. And by the way, if you are looking to buy a Toyota Camry or any new vehicle, we'd encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes. The reason you do that is because we have a tool on our website that will connect you with local car dealers in your area to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool for dealership negotiation. There's even a monthly payment tool, so if you'd like to check all that out, you can find that in our video description as well as the pinned comment at the top of this video. And by the way, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, we would really encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below, because if you're at all interested in this Camry, we have a ton more Camry content on this channel. We've filmed a lot of videos with this long-term vehicle, and we will continue to make more in the future. If you're already a part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.
Again, we'd like to thank LaceFit for protecting our Camry and sponsoring today's video. If you want to protect your precious ride, use code CC10 to save money on the LaceFit website. A link is provided in the video description.